It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington football team.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings' 8-yard line.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now Goff on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
12 yards there and a first down. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? At some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Again, Goff. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Goff throwing again. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him made. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Vikings.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The ball carrier.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 4.
And Goff now looks to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Jared Goff keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. 7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Mayfield on first down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Odell Beckham Jr. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And again, it's Mayfield. That's caught out wide by Cooks. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. And that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A 25-yard attempt.
Catanzaro's kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now they'll toss it out right to Camaro. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And going deep for Hill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, You could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go.
From the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That one complete to Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From the gun, here's Goff. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
off play action. Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again is Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Washington 17, Vikings 14. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield flush to his right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trey Flowers picks it.
Goff's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Now Goff. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's gone. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
24. Vikings 21. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Touchdown, Washington! A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes this Washington 31. Vikings 21. Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Goff. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Give him 7 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. 22
yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Out of the gun, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
23 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's got Lockett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes this Washington 38, Vikings 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll run again with Hunt.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Minnesota.
On first down, gone. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And the Vikings first down.
Goff on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
For Austin Hooper. It leads to second and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. To the air again. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will be out of bounds as the third quarter comes to an end with an INT. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Good.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
3 yards to gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Washington on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Mayfield looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Down Vikings.
Back to throw, Goff. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
15. First down, Minnesota.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Vikings, first down.
From the red zone now, Goff. That one complete to Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 11-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyreek Hill with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
Wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham, 47 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Point after now from Catanzaro.
The extra point.
And a penalty flag is down here. The kick no good, but they may have sold out a bit too much for the block. Looked like they made contact with him on the follow-through. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Washington 55, Vikings 35.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for Washington. And that stretches the lead to 27.
This Washington 62, Vikings 35.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to his... And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and And I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they take a knee.
Watch the curls. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. What's that?
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And that will